So let's talk a little bit about, because I know there's going to be a lot of females watching this, and you know, you three ladies are very powerful in your own right, in your own lanes. And what do you find to be the most misconceptions out there, that because we are consumed with information, like there is a million, not that you're one of a kind, obviously, but there's a million versions of you out there giving advice,
correct,
and probably out there saying you have to be vegan, you know, or whatever. So, and there's a lot of people out there, yoga experts and what have you, and a lot of women personal trainers and Thai massage. Like there's so many voices. What do you find that's kind of cringy in the terms of like what you find is not accurate, or in your opinion is misconceptions in the world of a woman becoming their best self?
That's a great question. I think for me, when you asked that question, it went automatically into who we're supposed to be, right? In a world where, yes, a lot of women are leading, a lot of women are stepping into their power, the feminist, how the masculine should be, it puts this hat on that you need to do it all, right? In the sense of like, you know what, you're strong, you don't need anybody, you need to do this on your own, you need to figure this on your own. And you're like stepping into this role and teaching the new generations where isolate yourself and carry all on your own. So I think for me, when you pop that question was, hey, you know what, even if we can do everything on our own, we don't want to. Like, let's just be honest. Like, we don't want to. Like, we need to be owned into, yes, we have the skills to learn something new, to provide, to do whatever role you want to do, but also opt into you as a woman, right? What does that look like for you? And allow true partnership, allow true friendships to be just as it is. And then the part of the information is the one size fits all, right? It doesn't. Everybody's unique. Everybody's facing something different. Like for you, even sharing that for me, and immediately I was like, wow, in a world where we see the outcome, like you made it, you have it all, you didn't lose your essence, like you didn't lose yourself. Maybe you did, you broke down, you got back up. But at the end of the day, you went through it, right? And that's what, like, where it comes to me is like, not one size fits all. You don't have to aim to be perfect. Just gotta go through it. Don't dismiss where you're facing. You don't have to be like her. You don't have to be like me. You don't have to. Just figure out your own path and your own experience, right? So that's where
and show up
and
do it. And even those silent wins, right?
Yeah,
because
that
we don't, you know,
we don't talk about.
We think that they're not seen and people are not noticing or whatnot, but those little efforts that you create and you do every single day, they add up, right?
Most of our wins are silent.
And
most of it.
Unfortunately,
yeah. Well,
we need to celebrate more our wins.
Yeah.
Well, and I think we talked about even like the side of perfection or this. Yeah. Everything we went through was necessary. Like, it's not bad that we went through that. It's not bad. Like, whatever you went through and whatever you face and whatever we own up to, how we did things, it got us here. It was so necessary. So instead of looking at the experiences of life as being the wrong, oh no, that was a mistake. No, that was a lesson. We needed to experience it in order to get here. Like, if it wasn't for my pain, for my suffering, for my darkness, I wouldn't be here having a beautiful community and having a business where I can connect with so many women around the world. So at the end of the day, I believe that your pain becomes your gift. We need it. So stop railing off because your life doesn't look like hers or because you don't look like that. We all started somewhere. We all have a path to embrace. There's not one size fit all, and that's what it truly means. It means experience life as it is. Show up in whatever way it is. Figure out yourself. If you go down the drain, just, okay, what am I feeling? Okay, let me get back up. What am I doing? Reframe, rewire, but own it, you know? Become responsible for your life. I think the biggest lesson that I learned in my life is I didn't wait for anybody to come change it. I didn't wait for people to come in my door and say, hey, here's your life figured out, right? We talk about beauty, right? We talk about, I face beauty as a bad thing because people will look at you like, oh, you're beautiful. You can get anything in life. Why can't I get it? Because I'm smart. Why can't I get it? Because I have a skill. Why can't I get it? Because I'm worthy of it, right? Only because of looks. So instead of seeing, oh no, I need to be this way, live life. just live it. That's what we're here to do, is experience it. Because of your experience, you got all of this, right? It wasn't gifted. You earn it by showing up, by facing your truth, by going through it, right? So I think nowadays people are finding them to be, I need to be perfect, or
excuses.
Let me not make a mistake, or let me not post this because, and I face that, the whole perfectionist, right?
Well, perfection causes paralysis.
Correct.
So every single time you sit of wanting something right, then it causes you not to post, not to talk, not to do. It actually makes you stuck. And part of the reason why you become who you are is through action.
Correct.
And a lot of people sit with their thoughts instead of actually acting it out, because making mistakes is part of becoming who you are. Yeah. Like, there are no losses, there's only lessons. So every time you do make a mistake, it actually makes you stronger. And because you learn from it. And the whole trick is just don't make the same mistake twice.
Yeah.
And learn from it.
Well, I fall into that category of second guessing myself, perfectionist. Do I sound well? Right? Yeah. I mean, this has been a process. Our friendship has been
so it's so funny.
We met
years ago. So we met through my ex because he was very well known. He had a supplement company. He had a lot of good things going on for him. And then I saw her in the gym. What is it? What gym? Let's not say name. Yeah, okay. No name. So I saw her in the gym. No promotion. And immediately I'm like, oh my gosh, she's hot. What? Like, always thought she was so hot. And she's so hot. She's so beautiful. So then I say to him, I'm like, can we sponsor her, please? I'm like, I don't know who she is. She just looks good, And she's training weird as fuck. Like, she doesn't train like, like your normal bicep curl. She will grab a freaking kettlebell and throw it around and swing.
That's my background.
And
kettlebells?
Right? Kettlebells, steel mace, steel clubs.
Oh, yeah?
I mean,
do you know
super
Grant
cool.
Wieditz?
Who?
Grant Wieditz?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think so.
He used to train in anatomy,
Yes,
Mace
yes,
guy. Yeah,
yes.
he was just here yesterday.
So
yeah, he's awesome.
Those are my favorite tools to
Oh, that's
train.
great.
And so people knew me and recognized me. Well,
she said you train weird.
Well, for me at that stage, I mean, I don't know.
I love it.
I was so
like Bam Bam.
Yeah, right. She's throwing shit around.
When she walked in the gym for the first time, I saw you in person. I saw you from far away. And I was like, is that G.I. Jane?
Yes.
I get called it a lot.
Yes. So then I went up to her and I was like, yeah.
No, I know. Thank you.
It's beautiful. So I went up to her and I was like, hey, I don't know what you do, but we want to sponsor you. She's like, okay. So then that's kind of how I started, but we never really connected deeply as we have recently, like in the past 2 years or so, a year. Like it's been so beautiful the way we connected, because life happens, and I think getting older, we start nourishing relationships more, for what they are and not for what they do for us or anything, or what we're supposed to show up as. It's just to be, to have a deep connection is so sacred. So
and also alignment.
I think that was a good, an interesting comment and we kind of like went on a really cool little conversation. But what's cringy? That's what you said.
Yeah.
Like what's cringy
in the industry, like when you see stuff out there that you're, I don't want to say peers, but maybe people in the same space, and you see it, because that happens with me. I mean, I see it, I'm like, oh God, why are they telling these young kids this? So I'm just curious, like.
I've got I've got a few of those.
Okay, talk.
Things.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. I think first I'm like,
audience, look at me.
I'm like, yoga is huge. It's almost like saying like the ocean.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, you do yoga, and they already they're like, there's so many preconceptions about what that is. So that's number one. Number two, Instagram has really ruined yoga. Like yoga is not about doing a handstand, or, Aloe has changed the face of yoga. Aloe, so I started a clothing line to combat Aloe yoga. But no, and what I find, and you're talking about women specifically.
Yes, yeah.
What I think is, this is my kind of thing where I'm at right now. Because I'm in this level in my career that I get to know these women that have a big following or have this amazing body and they're almost like superstars in their own field, I'm now friends with them. And the demystification of the woman's body, which I think is so interesting, because you have somebody that looks like these girls, right? And then you'll have like another girl just hate on them. Just be like, she's just built like that. Like, oh, she just got it like that. Or I'm not going to do that. And we live in...
Well, they do just wake up like this.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Well, this is, I mean...
Not work at all. You just wake up like that.
And it's the same thing in the yoga world.
Yeah.
Like, there's girls that will do handstand presses and stuff. And they're like, oh, well, she's just like that.
Yeah.
But no, if you do want to do a handstand in a yoga class, which handstands are not part of the yoga practice, so you better lock it in when you're in yoga. If you're going to do a handstand, it better be on point. You got to drill it. If you want to look like this, you got to work at it, and that is also not yoga. Yoga is the union of your body, mind, and spirit. So people throw around the ideals of yoga, and there's so much to work through in terms of like, there's so many levels of what yoga is. It's not like a bicep curl. There's like 600 spans of what yoga is. And what I find is so significant is yoga is spiritual. And the thing that makes me like crazy, it makes me like want to rip somebody apart, is that they're taking out Sanskrit, which is like all the yoga poses are in Sanskrit, which is like, the word asana, and like you've heard that word before, it's asana and tadasana and all of these, there are words that are, so every pose ends in asana. So asana means seat. So like when you sit in meditation, you find your seat, right?
Stillness.
Like stillness, and you find your seat. Every single pose, you can reach enlightenment because every pose has a seat. So like Trikonasana, triangle pose, we all know that pose, right? So it's called Trikonasana because you should be able to breathe and find your seat within each posture. And they want to take the word out, like take they want to make a triangle and not that makes me like bananas.
Right.
And they're doing teacher trainings and they're not teaching the words of the poses. And so if you want to know what makes me cringe and crazy, it's taking out the essence of the practice.
Listen, those names are so hard. Trikonasana.
Oh no, you don't want to see me in yoga. No.
But it's like, so these words,
it's
my teacher is a philosophy Sanskrit teacher. I meet with her once a week. She's as close to enlightened as possible. And so Sanskrit, there's 5 places on the top of your mouth, and you can hit it with different parts of your tongue. Like Indian people speak, like their tongue world is back in their mouth. So your tongue can hit 5 different places on the tops of your mouth, like almost like acupuncture. And it's like Raiders of the Lost Ark. You can unlock the codes of the universes by the different ways that you put your tongue on your mouth.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Listen.
Never heard that one before.
Listen.
Like, just think about this. Like,
Fascinating.
think about like Marilyn Monroe and Happy Birthday to JFK, right? Like she's like, happy birthday. So that's how we speak in our culture, is like, hi Manning, how are you? But all of your life force
is out.
All of your life force is flying out.
Yeah.
Right.
In yoga, we're training to bring it back in and control it and bring it in here, and then
It's beautiful.
actually direct where your life force wants to go.
It's very very intentional.
Wow.
It's intentional and it's layered, and people should have they should be practicing yoga all the time. If they're going to teach yoga, they should I had a 2-year apprenticeship like
Well, it's the same thing that's happening. Well, not the same thing, but it's very similar in what we're seeing in the training world also. Like everybody's
Anybody
a trainer.
can be a trainer.
Everybody's a trainer. You can get a certification for $29.99 at the local expert reading, online, digital, like whatever, you know what I mean? And it's ridiculous. And, I went to school for it and have multiple certifications, and it's like, it is frustrating. But I will also say it's the reason why we get paid what we get paid and they get paid what they get paid. So it's, that's something I would lean into, knowing that you are a professional, knowing that you are, there's a separation between an amateur hour and a real true practitioner of yoga,
Yes.
you know? So lean into that, you know,
Yeah.
like lean into the fact that you're the OG, you know what you're doing, you know,
And just share more
and
of
highlight
that.
that.
Yeah.
And so that you're
Yeah.
not messing up your own chakra, is that the word? You know? With
Your own vibe.
Yeah.
In
Your
yoga,
own
we call it
vibe.
your buzz,
All
your
right,
mood.
your mood,
Buff.
you know?
I
So,
love that, but I would love like even sharing that is so powerful, you know, because I think we're in a world where there's a lot of everything that what makes a difference is sharing, you know, the more
It's
we
that
share.
content value on Instagram. I have to do that more.
Well, your story.
Yeah.
So both of you
I
have
know.
to tell your story more. You know,
Correct.
because your story is your power. And everything. Like the moment you're vulnerable with your audience, then they will connect with you. Like Anna does a good job of sharing where she's been, not just where she is. So by taking people back to the things she had difficult with, people now can resonate with her, can say, oh, she's been through it. Okay, she's authentic. I didn't just wake up looking like this. Because if she's only speaking to who she is now, then these bitches are going to be like, man, that bitch looks, you know. So, you know what I mean? That's how,
It's true.
you know, so
It's very
oftentimes you got to tell your struggle, not just your wins.
Correct.
And we all, Instagram is the highlight reel of our lives.
Correct.
Very rarely do we show the sides of us that are the dark side, because that's not cool. And then also it's very hard in this world too to show your vulnerability because you're judged on the fact that when you do that, people think you're seeking attention.
Correct.
So there's this double-edged sword. Do I do it? But at the end of the day, who gives a shit?
Correct.
Who cares what people think? Because they're going to think what they want to think anyways. And your tribe, your people that resonate with you will find them, they will find you. And then all of a sudden you'll have your 10,000, 100,000, what million, whatever it is, people that want to know more from you. Yeah. Because it's like walking into a gym. Everybody's walked into a gym where you're like, ugh, the vibe is kind of weird. Like you're like, I don't know about this place. Or you walk into the gym like Legacy, and you're like, you know, oh yeah, this got a vibe. But I'll be honest, there's people that walk into Legacy that don't like it, and that's okay. We're not for everybody. We're not for everybody, but we should be who we are for everybody. So be your 1,000% authentic self, and then you will attract those people that are meant for you. But if you fake it, if you act like somebody that you're not, then you're going to attract the wrong people.
It's going to fade.
And then it's going to affect your life in a negative way instead of being a positive light. Anyways.
Yeah, and I love that you share that because I'm sorry, that's an alarm. Thank you.
You're right. You're about to start class. So.
Oh, I thought that was
I was like, this is the time.
This is
Oh my God. It's so funny.
well, the time is 4:44. Okay, so it's
Make a wish.
Oh my God, we've been talking for so long. We're so like
so
each other.
beautiful. But you know,
we should have shot this on a Saturday, so we could have gone. We should have done the Joe Rogan 3.5 hour podcast. We probably could have easily done that.
Easily.
But they're about to start class, so and we can do a part 2 if we want to. But this was fun. I want to end with this because I end with this all the time, and I ask all my guests this. So, if there's anything that you wish the world knew about you, but don't, what would that thing be?
Ay, Dios mío.
Oh, can you
What do
say
we
that
not know
again,
about you,
please? Can you say that
So I
again?
think oftentimes we
Okay.
want
said
people to know something about ourselves that we keep hidden. And it's because of either fear of their reaction or we're some weirdo or whatever. And it can be, it could be that you love to dance naked in the living room. I don't know. Or it could be something deeper than that. But I believe that people have this authentic self in them that they want to let out, but for some reason they just don't. And so it would be cool to find out what that thing is for y'all.
For me is vulnerability. Showing up, we just talk about showing up authentically, right? And filling up this hat of, okay, I'm a coach, I'm an educator, I'm a nutritionist, specialize in this is what I need to talk about. But I've been having this face off where I just want to show my heart, where I want to be more vulnerable, when I want to just show the real of every single day, where I'm constantly struggling. I am in depth with my clients, but I'm also running a business where I'm becoming a mess and I'm broken. Then I'm, okay, I need to get back up. And then I go my balcony and I cried and I'm like, okay, this is one step further. Let's keep moving. So just showing more of me. I think that's the part that I'm facing off right now, that I'm like, I don't even know what blogging is, because I'm always strategizing what I need to talk about and how am I going to show up and what do I need to wear. And I want to be able to just be. And
but messy is in.
Yes.
No, seriously. I saw it the other day that messy is in. Like, what I mean by that is like, what you find that you're not showing is actually what people want.
Correct.
Because we all struggle. Like, this week sucked for me. Like, this week was just hell.
Oh my God.
Like hell. So I did a video with Oscar, kind of somewhat talking about, not going into detail or anything, but being like, just the feeling that this was a tough week. Yeah. And like, I think people look at us sometimes online and they're like, oh, he's a superhero, she's, Wonder Woman or what have you. And they don't realize that we all go through. Everybody is fighting a battle. Everyone. In their own way. Whether it be a mental battle, a physical battle, and sometimes it's both, sometimes it's one or the other. And that's why we have to meet each other better with grace.
Correct.
Like, instead of just constantly judging everybody. Like when you meet someone and they don't respond in the way that you expected them to respond, how about take a deep breath and realize maybe they just broke up with their girlfriend. Maybe their grandmother just died. Maybe they, you know what I mean? Like, maybe they're going through something that's not about you. And that's what I find, that people just are so consumed with themselves that they're not giving other people grace in moments like that. So, all right. Regine, you're up.
All right. So for me, I think my biggest battle is not showing up as myself. It's just opening up to everyone and letting people hear my voice, because I do have a voice. But I think I've been so hidden in my own head as well, my life or whatnot, that the platform has slightly helped. But also for me is like, I have 2 beautiful sons. So no matter what I do, I'm still going to be judged. I'm going to be looked as, is she a leader? How is she leading us? Besides, she's a professional. She's this, but then she wants to wear this. So I don't know, Mom, you contradict yourself and then you do this. So for me, it's like showing up, owning it, and just hearing my voice and letting the world hear my voice, and that it's not about perfectionism and it's not about, all these ideal things, because I do show certain things in my Instagram and I kind of just, when I do show real life, people are like, oh my God, we want to see more of that. But then my kids are like, don't post me. So then it's like a constant battle. But I think just being more free and just getting off your head would be like my biggest thing right now. So this is
have plenty of help.
Listen,
I told her that
we've tried.
Like, y'all would be like,
we tried.
We haven't tried.
No,
it's either we do or we don't.
No, and then I guess the student is ready for the teacher when it's ready. Right? So the teacher's always going to be there. But if you're not ready, and I think,
but hold on, you're never going to be ready.
Exactly.
Okay, so there you go.
Exactly.
No, you're not going to be ready.
Of course. So
you have to jump.
Exactly.
And don't worry if there's water in the pool or not. Just jump. Because you're not going to drown. You're going to be fine.
Just jump.
I know. It's a great thing. But thank
you. The question was, what do you want the people to know?
So if there's anything that you feel like you wish the world knew about you, but they don't, what would that be?
Motherhood is super hard for me. Like, I had my first, as I said, I was like addicted to drugs, and that was always like kind of like where I went. Like, if I would either like really go hard with like in my dance career, and then when that, I would just, lose control. I needed that break. And when I became a mom, there was no escaping that, And so I think people see my life and my husband's a doctor. I have beautiful kids, like they're gorgeous.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids.
Okay.
I have a 16-year-old boy. So when you were like post, I'm like, now his friends are looking at my Instagram, and I'm like, oh my god, like
you see,
like
no, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
Right?
I can't really
Like mom, like
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to like,
I'm telling you.
I'm trying to embrace wearing like a Brazilian bathing suit, and then I'm like, oh shit, like,
Yeah.
but
that's such a dilemma.
but like
you.
working, being a business owner and being in yoga, I could talk forever about it, but it's called Rajasic. That's like the personality type that's like very action moving forward. To be a mom, it's all Tamasic, which is like the person that sits and watch the sunrise. And being a mom, there's a lot of that, and I couldn't do that with my son. Like I was like, what am I supposed to do with you? And I couldn't like, soften into it. So I think it was easy for me to do the masculine. Like I wanted to work, but my husband was the breadwinner. So I had to stay home and take care of my son and then figure that just out. And it was really tough. And so I think I would want the world to know that my kids are awesome. And my son works for me at Ahana on Sundays. My daughter sings kirtan. And so it looks one way. My husband started singing kirtan with us, but for 12 years he wouldn't sing, and so it's like there's so much that happens in the life of somebody that is married with 2 kids, and you're the one in the spotlight and your family does not want to be, so it's like, how much are you going to, messy is in my hair, a messy is in, but it's like you don't want to be exposing your family.
No, for sure.
Like all that.
No, there's a fine line between
it. Google came to my house and I was like, sure, you could film us. They'll be like, we're here at 7 a.m. They came with like freaking massive like video cameras.
Oh God.
And I was like, I'm gonna ask you to divorce me. I was like, oh shit. So it's like that dance of being like, my personality is like, and that being magnetic, like you guys said, thank you so much. I don't realize that myself, but it's like, how do you balance that with, in Miami, everybody knows me, to go out to dinner with my husband, and my husband is like, what about you're with me? And somebody's like, oh, Dawn, I saw you, and I'm like, oh my God, no, and I like, really?
My wife just laughs because everywhere we go, it's like, yo, no, they don't. My wife's like, oh my God, can we not go anywhere with you?
So I like couldn't, like I had to cancel my membership at the Soho House because it became like too much. So I think
Soho House, sorry,
like it just.
I'm still a member, so love Soho House.
Like that. I'm not like victimized, and I don't feel like a victim of it at all. But it's like the
juggling.
They're juggling, and there's
balance.
Stuff that happens behind the picket fence that, like, my trajectory was not to be like in the nuclear family mom, and that struggle of like fitting into that conservative lifestyle was like putting on a fucking tight ass shoe, like I could have been in a circus. And been like, this is comfortable,
Right.
So it's like it looks really nice on the outside, but I have had to do a lot of work to make it work,
which is like admirable too.
Thank you. My trajectory would be dead pretty much right now, and so I feel people see me like from the outside, and they think it's like locked in, and it's constant work for me to lock it in.
Well, I think that's the ridiculousness of Instagram and social media is that everybody does, again, they see what we want them to see. They see the highlight reel, so they don't see the nights where the 1-year-old is screaming until 3 a.m. and then you have to be up at 4, and like they don't because you're not sharing it because you don't want to share that stuff. And
well,
so,
I'm like, my struggle is like, what do I cook for dinner? And I'm like, I'm seriously, my husband's like expects dinner, right? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like really? Like I can't make anything. I don't know how to make anything. I grew up with a single dad. We had takeout. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what to make. And I'm like, I get a panic attack. I'm like, oh my God, it's 5:30. I have $2,000 in Uber Eats, and we're all sodium intake like this. You know what I mean? Like. So it's like, what am I going to be on Instagram? Oh my God, what should I cook tonight? Like, I don't know. These people don't want to hear that shit.
You think.
No, but actually, what you just did
And the process.
You think
y'all
they don't
agree?
want to hear
what
it.
she just did would literally go viral.
You know why?
Because
it's
there is so
relatable.
many women, like my wife would absolutely love what you just said.
Yeah.
Because she is probably dealing with the same thing, which by the way, I could care less if she cooks or not. I don't put pressure on her like that, but I do know that she feels that way.
Of course.
I do know that she wants, when I come home, to have a nice meal because that's nice thing to do. Like, and she's a wonderfully nice person.
Correct.
Like,
Yes.
and so are you. So it's not that you don't want to. You're just like, oh my God, how? Like, you know, what am I going to do? Because I didn't know. And, you know.
Yeah, I'm like immobilized.
But I think there's a lot of, I think what we have to realize is that, again, it goes back to there's an audience out there for everyone.
Everybody. Yeah.
Like, so the people that look at it, and we'll use cringe because we use that, and look at it and cringe at you, who gives a shit? They're not your audience. They're not your tribe anyways. But the people that celebrate you and say, oh my God, girl, like oh my God, that was me tonight, you know, and they start to like, and you start to get a little like, oh, well, what did you cook? And then there's like, all of a sudden you're building relationships with strangers that become friends.
Yeah. Now you're relating to something.
Because that's what
I'll try.
community is. It's connecting with the things that we go through.
Correct.
I'll give it a shot.
So yeah.
Yeah. In a world where we need more connection.
Yes. Well, ladies, thank y'all. This was awesome.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Yeah.